Work tomorrow.
Okay, we're live again.
Roziano.
Do
the Gen
stupid
Z.
shit.
Okay, everybody. My address is
Whew.
my address, phone number, and social security number. 1234 for all of them. Keep it simple.
That's also all of his passwords.
Okay,
Shut up.
fam. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yer.
Is everybody in the watch together?
I think
No.
so.
See.
No. It's in the game log. It's gonna be fun. I haven't played D&D in a week. All right, here we go. Two sessions ago, while Bartleby hunted amidst the outskirts of the clearing, which in which the Shrine of Savras resided, and Carrick overlooked from above and watched out for your surroundings. Professor Whitepebble, Diadra, and Kimbo made their way into the dark, the shadows of the shrine itself, and into the back room where they beheld a fresco of an eye carved into a stone altar, and after careful consideration, touched it. And upon making this contact, the three of them were overcome with a vision. And in that vision, they saw, from the eyes of a little girl, born to a pair of elven parents in the city of Neverwinter. The three of them beheld her painful origins as she experienced a great trauma, the loss of her parents, and was forced at a young age to fend for herself amidst the seedy underbelly of an otherwise shining gem of a city. And survive she did, as they watched in the vision the various skills she learned and acquired, and the ways that she made herself useful to those around her, those with more means, until as she grew older and more confident and more necessarily ruthless in her own dealings, she was given an opportunity. And the vision continued into the one shot that Lizzie ran for Luke, Jack, Angela, and myself, that Lizzie DM'd the origin story of a small band of miscreants and criminals, a retired soldier, and a no longer little girl, now a woman. As they came together to do a job. That didn't go as planned. And faced with a betrayal by a nefarious and opportunistic employer, the small band came together to overcome and unite. And thus was formed the Bloodstone Reavers. And as the vision faded and you no longer saw anything from the perspective of another person, you beheld from above, looking down, the Shrine of Savras itself, the bell tower above the roof, and down to the excavations all around. As your vision rose up into the air and off towards the Sword Mountains and up into Icespire Peak, where you looked upon the top of Icespire Hold, an ancient fortress built high into the stone, and saw resting, tending to its wounds, recovering from its last battle, the foreboding form of Cryovane. And you sensed that it was, as it rested, it was not only by you that it was being watched. And with a start and a sudden inhalation, the three of you come back to beside the altar, sprawled out along the ground, where you had collapsed suddenly by the vision. And I need Diadra and Professor Whitepebble to roll me Constitution saving throws.
Now would have been a good time to have that stone converted to not frost resistance. Ooh,
8.
9.
Sorry, say again?
9.
8.
The result for each of you is the same. Bonk! You each hit your head as you fell. You lose 1 HP.
Oof.
And that is where we pick up. I believe Bartleby has made his way back into the collapsed walls of the shrine. And
Incorrect.
you were outside the shrine itself. You tell me.
Explain to you the important thing that was happening.
Okay.
I was right here on the map. Oh, I don't know if that clicking is working. Are you seeing the little queen?
Sorry, I'm just now moving to the map. You're right where now? Right? No, I'm not seeing the little thing.
It's not doing it.
Out.
What the heck? Well, anyways, the top left inside corner where the little tents are.
Okay.
I was.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Inside those outer walls.
Okay.
Sorry.
Then you may continue.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was working on field dressing the rabbits and plucking the stems from the foliage, and you had told me that nearby was a tool. I don't remember what you described. It was like a hoe or something, like some kind of primitive, simple wooden tool left behind.
Yeah, it was basically like I'm confusing. Trowel. It's confusing spade and trowel. It's basically like an improvised trowel, hand shovel.
Yes. And I was about to use animating performance on it, since it's one of my new skills that I haven't been able to use yet. Wherein a small to large non-magical item I can see within 30 feet can be animated. It is friendly and obeys commands. It lives for 1 hour or until reduced to 0 HP or I die. It's mainly actually for combat. There's a whole host of rules after that about combat, but I'm not going to use it for combat. I'm making it gather firewood and start the fire for me, so that I can start. I just want to practice, so that
Yes.
and also so it can watch its kin burn. More like kin dull. And so it's making a fire for me, and we're having all kinds of. I'm realizing that it imbues some of my personality traits, and it's a little bit snarky, and I don't like it. I can just feel that it's like giving me like little looks.
Mhm.
So it's making the fire, but it's taking its sweet ass time. And that's what I've been thinking about for 2 weeks.
You notice that at one point as it
Rolls over its cord.
dang it! You notice at one point as it like flings some more wood onto the fire without any eyes, it just kind of looks up at you. The wood twists. And then back to the fire. And you can tell that it knows what you're making it do.
It has to obey my commands. After it's done building the fire, I just look at it and I go,
Dark.
I have no more use for you.
Oh shit.
You can almost taste the rustic age getting into the taste of the fresh meat.
The edges of the trowel twist and bend as it slowly walks in, head down, looking at the fire as it begins to be consumed.
No.
It stares up at you.
I'd like to think it gives a
Burns.
thumbs up like in Terminator 2.
Hey, it's your object. Yeah, you can say it did.
It doesn't have any thumbs, but all right, that's all I
Okay.
needed to do this session. I'll see you guys.
All right. So while that's happening, Carrick, you are beholding this below. You also look out and don't see any specific signs of anything else at the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
I just think to myself, damn.
What the fuck, Bartleby? That was so sadistic.
Diadrid Professor, you all. What's going on in there?
I may need to restart my computer.
Why?
Because it's freaking out.
We
Probably
can
'cause
see
you
and
have-
hear you fine. What do you mean?
No, it's other things. Like, things are just, like, not loading properly, and then I'm getting a bunch of lag on the screen with OBS. And, like, I can't even, like, the music won't even load. There is no music because
Oh,
it's freaking out.
well, that's
Professor White Pebble is struggling with the verb forms of common due to a blunt force trauma to his head and his
conjugation.
yeah. And is also struggling to comprehend what just happened with the vision in the altar. He doesn't know much of anything about the verse, so he has put two and two together. The closing scene of the of the vision was straightforward enough that he grasped where it was going and had heard the name, but not having been with the party when they had their experiences with Bloodstone Reavers, he's not as familiar. And also just way more interested in figuring out what is actually going on with the situation, the altar. So he goes to cast Unseen Servant underneath the altar to have it start poking around and see if it can do anything from underneath the altar.
Okay.
Let me see if I have that prepared or if it's a ritual. I do not have it prepared, so it's a 10-minute ritual.
10-minute ritual. Okay, so you
Yep.
begin working on that. Lizzie, do you need to restart your computer?
Yeah, that would be good. Sorry.
All right, hurry back.